Hello, today I would love to go over an activity with you that you can utilize with your alternately assessed students when you're working on the ELA Essential Element EESL 4.5, which is add audio recordings or visuals to a presentation about a personally relevant topic. And one way I like to do that is to utilize Flipgrid. Flipgrid is a really awesome web-based program where students get to respond to you either through text or through video recording. So it mimics pretty much social media. They can record short videos of themselves responding to different questions or any sort of writing prompts or speaking prompts. And I think this is a really fabulous way to start conversations and to also get your students to share with you their thoughts and ideas and just learn a little bit more about them. So I really like to utilize Flipgrid for conversations and for anything that really has to do with any sort of social emotional learning in particular. There's nothing that's wrong in anything that anyone says, and it's a really fun way to have an activity that is not a typical classroom activity that's utilizing worksheets or reading and responding. It is just kind of an open-ended conversation, but what I like about Flipgrid is it can provide some parameters around that and allows your students to share their uniqueness and just everything that we love so much about them, right? So I'm going to share with you how I utilize this using a Netflix channel, which is called Bookmarks. And there's a ton of really great read alouds. I highly suggest that you check it out. It's fantastic. There's these really great stories, and most of the times the authors read them, and it's just really fabulous, right? And they have some famous people reading them as well. So I really love it. I think it's a great resource. So give it a check it out, see what you think. Use it for your classroom if you think it would fit with your students and that they would enjoy it. I know that mine do. So let's go into Flipgrid, and you'll see here you create your classroom, your groups. And so I have a classroom right here. And if you click on it, it kind of gives you the information on how you'll join. Your students will be able to join into Flipgrid utilizing this code, right? It's usually your name. And then you can add a co-teacher, right? You can add a little classroom picture, right? Something fun. And then all of your different discussions will be listed down here, right? So you'll have your students listed here and then your topics. So let's go through, and I'm going to show you this particular topic. And this was the one that I embedded the read aloud right into. And I really like that feature on Flipgrid. You can embed so much media into your response to help support your students as much as you need, right? So you'll see here it's moderated by me, right? I set some parameters around who can do what, how long the conversation will be. And if you click right over here, your students will be able to utilize an immersive reader that'll read out exactly what it is you're asking them to do. Here's your join code that you can have. You can always click and view as a student as well, right? So here's our topic. It's what I love about me. And I said, tell me one thing that makes you so special. You can rewatch I Am Perfectly Designed below and share one thing that is unique to just you or something you really love to do, right? So just talking about them, getting them to share who they are, their personality, and you'll see, they can watch this video with their family. This is also a really great way to get family engagement, right? Have parents see what's happening and hear what their children are saying, right? Your students. It's fantastic. I highly recommend it. So when you want to go into Flipgrid and you want to create a new topic, you would just go right over, click on your group, make sure you're in your classroom, right? And you would just go to create topic, right? When you click on create topic, here's where you're going to add your title. It's something short. You can't really have too many, too many words. It's only 35 characters. And then you'll have your prompt, right? So maybe you're starting them off with any sort of a speaking prompt or a writing prompt, because you can allow your students to both respond via a video or they can respond via text, right? Whatever your students are more comfortable with. And I think that's great because you're able to differentiate that for your students, whatever they're able or capable of doing. And you'll see right down here, there are a ton of things that you can embed right underneath your prompt. You can record a video, right? If you wanted to read the directions aloud to your students or give them a model of what it is you want from them, you can record yourself right here and embed that right below your prompt. You can upload a video, share something from YouTube, upload an image. You have emojis. See, there's a ton. You can have anything from Microsoft, Google, a Bitmoji, an assessment from Kahoot, right? A game-based assessment from Kahoot. You can have a Nearpod lesson. You can have news ELA. So you can see there's so many different things down here that you can embed into your topic, right? As you go through, you can have a password if you want. And here's where you want to put that moderation, right? To make sure that you are keeping track of what's happening with your students and between your students. So you're going to want to click that button on, right? And now as you go through, see, here are where the comments are. You can allow them to provide video only, text only, or both. Again, whatever they're able to do, whatever you think your students would be most comfortable with doing. And then here you have your time, right? You have your recording time. You can set whether anything from 15 seconds all the way up to 10 minutes, right? So we had about a minute 30. We thought that was good. If you click on more options here, you can add more attachments. And if you see, you can attach up to 9 links. So if you had an assignment that was linked through Microsoft Teams or Google Classroom, you can do that. You can link that right here and tell them, you know, here, fill out this quick little brainstorming activity. Here, fill out this web chart. Before you answer, you can embed that, put the title in there, and add that attachment right into your Flipgrid, which I think is fantastic. You can set a due date if you wanted. You can make sure that you're notified when anybody is giving you any responses. So you'll see all here, you can allow your students to like other videos or not. You can have sticky notes where they just write a little note like, great job, right? So you can do that. You can allow other students and yourself to see how many times the video has been watched. So that's all that moderation. And then you can allow for students to download or share after they've done it, right? So you can click on all those different things, turn those on and off as you need, just to make sure that you are protecting everybody, making sure that it's appropriate, right? Students can edit, you want them to be able to edit, right? All this stuff. So fantastic features, definitely a great way to also make sure that everyone stays safe, right? Monitoring exactly what it is your students are doing. But I really love this. I think it's a great feature. I think it's a really great way and a very relevant way for our children to start utilizing social media in the classroom, but in a way that they're being monitored and they're providing engagement, and they have so much to share with us, and they're telling us all about them, and we can learn about them. And I think it's an awesome feature. I really like this. I think it's great. I think that my students love it. So I know I've heard nothing but positive things, and I've really learned how much more they can do on their own when they're recording on their own, and it's pretty amazing. Some things you don't even think that some of our students can do, and they're fantastic at it. So I hope that you give Flipgrid a try. I hope that your students love it, and I hope you find really fun ways to utilize it in your virtual classroom.